a good boy.
Hello, people of Earth. I'm Dan Lockhart of the Ride the Valkyrie Dan Lockhart YouTube channel. I'm recording an introduction for Season 7, Episode 27, my ride from the summit of Independence Pass down the east side over the Twin Lakes. I think you'll see in this video that the road conditions change significantly. They need some maintenance on the east side. I wonder why the west side gets maintenance. Could it be that goes down into Aspen? Oh, that's probably it. The east side's pretty chunky here and there. But anyway, it was a beautiful ride regardless. I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.
Running. Took a quick break. Talked to some bikers from Nebraska. We are on the east side of Independence Pass now. We successfully did the climb. And we're heading down. Let's see how pretty it is on this side, huh? Not as many switchbacks, but a few. 12,095 feet at the summit. They say 10 on this hairpin. They mean it. It's killer hairpin. You know, that part of it kind of reminds me of coming down off Cottonwood on the east side. We had a hairpin like almost immediately. Must be something in the design of these roads. So I started getting on my bike, stepping on the high side. I watched the YouTube video, I think I may have mentioned this before, there's a motorcycle cop, I think he's in South Carolina, North Carolina, something like that. He says he always gets on the high side. And since I started doing that, it's been way easier on my back. and he's turning the bars to the right. My bike almost comes up by itself. True. On both occasions. Wow. Oh, it smells so fresh. It is gorgeous. Could you imagine if you would have invested in a little tiny bit of real estate in Aspen before it got to be super crazy popular? How much that would be worth? I know there are people in Crested Butte that bought property in Crested Butte when there wasn't anything going on up there, like in the early 70s. And they sold their property for millions and millions of dollars. It's so pretty down there. Man. Had to get the a-holes off my rear end. Yeah. Those Nebraska bikers, they were pretty nice. Pretty friendly. Everybody that I've ever known from Nebraska and Iowa, they've all been really nice people. Kansas, the same way. Cheers, boys. Every time I hit a nasty puddle, I'm gonna see the guy there stands, but he doesn't take care of the road. It was cool up there on top and the wind was blowing, and there were a couple guys on motorcycles that weren't t-shirts. They were a little bit hardier than I am. Stop and collide and get some gas. Careful. But are we going? Oh, he forgot that I was following on the other side. This was our first stop. The top of everything. Same dude. I thought somebody had taken my gloves because I thought I had put them underneath the netting where my jacket is, out of my bag back there. And then I went to use the restroom when I came back and I couldn't find them. It turns out I put them up on the dash of the bike. I was like, somebody's in my clothes. Damn. Look at this, I was one of those guys with a t-shirt up there and I didn't have gloves. That'd be very tempting. The wind's blowing pretty good. There were guys on motorcycles that were lane splitting when I was stuck in traffic over there. I just don't have the confidence to be able to do something like that because one, this bike is pretty wide and I'm just not in that big of a hurry. With that traffic, it's miserable. It is getting me on. I've been on the traffic. Well, I didn't really expect to get one today. I'm not sure exactly when Independence Pass closes for the season. It's probably like it's probably second week in November or something around there. That was very terrifying to go over that house in the morning. Actually, that would be terrifying also. Monterey's bad mouth. Yeah, you can see, this is when those avalanches happened, and it came across the road, and it took trees down on the other side of the road. Break free. Please be working. I love that thing. Actually. Look at the tail line on the bike. It is down kind of low. I've never been behind one when I've been on the road. I don't know how visible they appear. Tail line. Brickley doesn't add much weight to the helmet. You don't even know exactly. I'd recommend it. Anybody that rides. So we're pretty much down now. This road comes out by Twin Lakes. Yeah, I'll better stop and slide and get some gas too. It's too soon to make predictions as to what time I get home. I wouldn't hit that truck over there. Great shit. Guys that I took the pictures with the biker guys, one of them was riding an Indian, and the other one was riding a V-Star. Classic bikes. enjoy talking to other bikers, but I don't want to annoy anybody, and I think just my general appearance is pretty annoying. Yeah. If people talk, I try not to talk too long. Well, of course, them all too. Down there. I think this is the fun bike too. That was the top of the Rocky Scenic Byway. It certainly is. We're down now. Well, I'm going to shut the camera off. I can turn it back on when we get over the causeway. Alrighty. For some reason we have to come to a stop.